Every new technology arrives with a promise. It promises to save time. It promises to personalize instruction. It promises to help us reach students in ways we could not before. Artificial intelligence is making those same promises right now. But in special education, we cannot begin with the technology. We have to begin with the student. The real question is not, what can AI do? The real question is, can this tool help this student access learning, participate meaningfully, and make progress? That is where the Data King mindset begins. We look beyond the excitement. We examine the need, the evidence, the implementation, and the impact. Let us begin with accessibility, because access cannot be an afterthought. An AI tool may look impressive during a demonstration, but that does not mean every student can use it. Can a student who is blind navigate the platform with a screen reader? Can a student with limited motor control use an alternative input method? Can a student with reading difficulties adjust the text, hear it read aloud, or receive information in another format? Can a student who communicates differently understand the directions and express a response? When we choose a tool without checking accessibility, we may unintentionally create a new barrier while claiming to remove an old one. The Data King question is simple. Who can access this tool independently? Who needs support? And who may be excluded? Accessibility is not a bonus feature. It is the doorway. If the student cannot enter, the rest of the technology does not matter. Special education is built around individualization. That same principle must guide how we use artificial intelligence. Two students may share the same disability category and still need completely different supports. One student may benefit from simplified language. Another may need visual prompts. Another may need repeated practice, step-by-step directions, or immediate feedback. AI tools should not turn instruction into a one-size-fits-all experience. They should help us respond more precisely to individual learning needs. But here's the important part. Personalization is not the same as individualization. A program may automatically adjust the difficult level, but that does not mean it understands the student's IEP, communication needs, behavior plan, sensory needs, or long-term goals. The teacher still connects the dots. AI may help generate options. The educator determines whether those options are appropriate, meaningful, and aligned with the student's needs. AI should never become a decision made by one person working alone. Effective implementation requires collaboration among special education teachers, general education teachers, related service providers, specialists, administrators, and families. Each person sees a different part of the student's learning experience. The special education teacher may understand the accommodations. The speech language pathologist may identify communication barriers. The occupational therapist may notice challenges with navigation or input. The parent may explain how the student responds to similar tools outside of the school. When those perspectives come together, the team can make a stronger decision. The conversation should not simply be, do we like this AI tool? The conversation should be, what need are we trying to address? How will this tool support that need? And how will we know whether it is working? Collaboration turns technology from an experiment into an intentional support. Technology often fails for a very simple reason. People are given access, but they're not given support. A teacher receives a login, attends a short demonstration, and is expected to figure out the rest. That is not implementation. That is distribution. Special education teachers need practical training. They need to know how to set up the tool, adjust features, monitor student use, identify inaccurate outputs, and connect the technology to instruction. They also need time to practice before using it with students. Support staff need training as well. A paraprofessional or related service provider may be the person helping the student use the tool during the school day. Ongoing professional development matters because AI tools change quickly. The Data King approach is not, here is the program, good luck. It is, here is the purpose, here is the process, here is the support, and here is how we will evaluate the result. Confidence grows when training is relevant, continuous, and connected to actual classroom needs. Now we come to one of the most important concerns: student data. Many AI tools collect information. They may store student responses, analyze performance, generate recommendations, or track patterns over time. That information may be useful, but it may also be sensitive. Before using an AI platform, educators need to know what information is being collected, where is it stored, who can access it, and how it may be used. We should never enter confidential student information into an AI tool simply because the platform is convenient. We also should not assume that every available tool has been approved for educational use. Special education records can contain deeply personal information about disability, behavior, communication, health, and academic performance. The Data King principle is clear. Data should help us support students, not expose them. Protecting student privacy is part of protecting student dignity. When accessibility, individualization, collaboration, training, and privacy are considered together, AI can become a meaningful part of instruction. It may help students receive content in different formats. It may support repeated practice. It may help educators develop materials, adjust language, generate examples, or identify patterns in student performance. But AI should remain a support, not the decision maker, not the teacher, and not the IEP team. The educator still observes. The educator still interprets. The educator still decides. The strongest implementation happens when technology works quietly in the background while the student remains at the center. That is the difference between using AI because it is available and using AI because it is appropriate. Thank you for the work you do every day to make learning more accessible, responsive, and meaningful. Continue asking questions. Continue examining the data. Continue connecting the dots. Because the goal is not simply to bring artificial intelligence into the classroom. The goal is to use every available resource wisely so that students with diverse learning needs have real opportunities to learn, participate, and succeed. That is the Data King way. Thank you and goodbye.